You can be in prayer, you can be going to your mosque or your church or your synagogue, and you can be praying, you can be in faith, you can be godly, and you can still feel broken inside. And you can still have family and community who love you and care for you, and still be going through your own issues, still be going through mental health crises. So I just want to remind you all that when we are going through these moments, that it's okay to want to feel seen and want to feel heard. Poetry is my way of doing that, and I just hope that we can all come together as a community to heal, and to remind ourselves that when we see each other, we are helping each other find our way back to ourselves. So thank you so much.
Hey.
We all live in the city. You hear of all of the things that are going on in and out of the city, and really, if you come to think about it, all of us, including me, we need somebody at times to just lean on. You need somebody at times to just talk to. You need somebody to just listen to you. So the issue dealing with mental health, I know way back in Africa, they say, oh, in Nigeria, they say you gotta be crazy to go see a counselor. No, it's not the issue. We all have internal crises. We all have problems. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you. So this is when she told me that this is what she wants to do this afternoon, I told her I'm all in, as long as we're all in, because it's a very important topic.
Okay, all right. So, I was saying depression is basically the feeling of sadness, and it's somehow it's caused by maybe a stressful event in the past, that like it can be a divorce, it can be something bad that happened, and it makes you emotionally not available sometimes. Like,
yeah, and so I don't.
How would I know that I have some mental health issues? As a 15-year-old.
15-year-old?
15-year-old.
Okay. As a 15-year-old, you would know. Not sure that you would, because when I was 15, I'm sure I was going through something, but I didn't see it. But what we can do as 15 years, the more you read about depression, the more you attend events like this, you'll be able to know. But sometimes it's also about your behavior. So what is it that you used to do? Let's say you're like, usually you're like a person that goes out. I used to be a person that used to go out a lot, and I talk to my friends. I'm always in the middle of things. But when I started to need help and it became serious, I would always be in my room, turn off the light. I don't want to talk to anybody. And honestly, I just be crying. I don't even know what's happening. I didn't know what was happening, so when I went to the hospital, they would usually ask, is everything going okay? At home, I'm fine, but then I said, I don't really know what's happening. So as a 15-year-old, they might not exactly know what's happening, but if they have the conversation going with their parents, with their friends, and they attend events like this, even if they can't pinpoint what's happening because we're not supposed to diagnose ourselves, they would definitely know that I'm going through something and I need help.
So when we're talking, and I heard what she said about the parents, it is a part of the parents' responsibility to learn more about mental health. But let me tell you, over 95% of the children who are dealing with depression, anxiety, and suicidality never tell their parents, or the parent never recognizes it. We are dealing with a serious crisis of mental health, lack of knowledge. And that's why these forums, and I raise my hat to Ramato for this, these forums are what we need to educate our communities, so that the question my brother asked about if a 15-year-old, we have 4-year-old children at the Suicide Institute who have attempted suicide and are talking about killing themselves, 4-year-old children. So this is a very serious thing that all of us together coming to learn, to understand, because even our mental health practitioners themselves are relearning and re-understanding this. So this is not about us looking at the mental health industry for answers. This is us talking about what can we do collectively to learn and to understand so we can work together. Because I think a lot of emphasis is being put on the mental health industry side, and we as community and parents pull ourselves away from that. So this is good, and I'm glad that we're having a conversation, but it's a learning opportunity. Feel free to ask your questions, to be empowered with the knowledge, and I commend our young people for doing that, because we need to hear more from our young people, because we're losing too many of them too late.